Hello and welcome to Talking of Sebe, and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome here to the first La Liga game of the season. And when I say the first game, I mean the first game. We are the very first game of the season. Barcelona are going to be playing here on a Friday night. That's a very strange way to start the season, but right here, right now, Athletic Club against Barcelona, live from San Mamés, the first match preview of the official season. It starts right here. Let's do this! Kickoff will be coming to us at 9 PM local time there from the Basque Country, and certainly this one promises to be a very tricky start to the new La Liga season. We're protecting our crown, we want the league title once again, and most importantly, we want a good season. That's what we have to see. And as always, you guys here starting the season in very, very confident move. The voting here very close between a win by 2 goals and a win by 3 goals. All of you there getting involved, thank you so much. And certainly throughout the season, we are going to be seeing how Barcelona are performing, and especially how you guys are feeling with the performance. And as for our La Liga rivals, of course, going into this weekend, everybody is going to be in action. And firstly, with Real Madrid, they're going to be kicking off on Saturday with a very tricky test there, I feel, against Celta Vigo, away from home. They're going to Balaidos, a tricky stadium, a very, very good team on their day, and certainly Zidane's men have not had a good pre-season. Real Madrid there are going to be under pressure. They're going to Celta on Saturday, but for Atletico Madrid, it's the complete opposite. They've had a great pre-season, they've got some exciting new signings, they're really going to be a big challenger to us this season, and it's going to be fascinating to see how Simeone can get on there with his new look squad. They're going to be playing on Sunday, and they've also got a tough game there at home, but against Getafe, who were very, very good last season. So Real going to Celta, Atletico against Getafe. That there is the first La Liga weekend. It promises to be a good one, and hopefully at the end of it, we'll be where we deserve to be, which hopefully is at the top of the table. But if we start first and foremost here by looking at our opponents, as we always do, very, very important. Of course, we want to focus on our own game, but we also here want to focus on what we're up against tomorrow, and that there is Athletic Club, who finished in a pretty respectable 8th place last season in La Liga. They very, very close there to finishing inside the European places, but they actually lost out there in the Europa League to Espanyol on the head-to-head ruling. They would have been there, but the head-to-head ruled in Espanyol's favour after they had better results against Athletic, which meant that Athletic there finished in 8th place. And quite an average season it was, really. They had some highs, they had some lows. It was quite inconsistent right the way through the season, but they will be boosted this summer after keeping hold of their leading forward and their star man Iñaki Williams, who, get this, has signed a brand new contract that is going to be for 9 years. Yep, you heard that right. Iñaki Williams has signed there a contract until 2028. A 9-year contract. Absolutely incredible there from Athletic for the man there who scored 13 La Liga goals last season and who now has a release clause of 135 million euros. And of course, another man there to watch with Athletic will be Raul Garcia, somebody of course we know very well from his Atletico Madrid days, but he's been at Athletic Club now for some time, and he's certainly a dangerous player playing there just off the front man. He can be a threat in terms of aerial balls coming into the area from corners, set pieces, but he's also a very good player in front of goal. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. We're going to have to keep an eye on the pace there of Iñaki Williams, and Athletic are not going to be easy opponents. And interestingly enough, we've actually met Athletic before on the opening day of the season. We met them 4 years ago at San Mamés, where Lionel Messi actually missed their penalty in the first half of that game, and that was also the day where Sergio Roberto first appeared there in his right back position after an injury to Dani Alves. But this season, we expect Sergio Roberto to remain in midfield. But it was actually Luis Suarez there back in 2015 who scored the only goal of the game. We beat Athletic there by 1-0. An excellent second half volley there from Suarez after Jordi Alba there cutting it back, crossing it in, got us off to the perfect start there in the 2015-16 season. But like I say, this is going to be a tough game. These games are always tight, especially as your first game of the season, getting back into the swing of things. Going to San Mamés, it's a tough place to go. It's a difficult atmosphere. It'll be hostile at times, and they always put up a very, very good fight. And let's not forget as well that last season, over both of our meetings against Athletic, we failed to register 3 points. We drew 1-1 back in September at the Camp Nou. Munir El Haddadi was actually scoring for Barcelona on that day after Di Marcos had opened the scoring there at the Camp Nou. But then back at San Mamés back in February, we failed even to score in a 0-0 draw, and that was a really bad performance there from Barcelona. We'll have to improve on that. We'll have to up our level, and we can't be under any illusions here. We've got to find that level very, very quickly here to take the full 3 points and start the season season with some good, positive energy. Because what we don't want to do here is come into this first game and automatically there drop some points. That'll be a very bad start. That'll add a lot of pressure, a lot of discontent among the fan base. We don't want that to happen. We want to start strongly here. It may be without Messi. We're going to come on to that in just a moment. It may be without our star man, but we have to step up. We saw a good display against Napoli. Let's follow that up now with a bit of consistency, get the game won against Athletic, and start the season as we mean to go on. But like I say, guys, when it comes to Lionel Messi, it's a difficult subject. Of course, we want to see him back in a Barcelona shirt as soon as possible. We always want to see him out on the field for Barca, but right now, he's simply not going to be fit enough. It's as simple as that. He's hardly trained with the team all week. He's not going to be available there, and it's as simple as that, really. You don't want to risk him. You don't want this early on in the season to be pushing Messi to the maximum level, to be risking aggravating something. It's not the way you want to start the season. What I feel we should do here is just sit Messi out. Of course, you could put him on the bench. You could put him there as a threat to Athletic. We've seen that happen before, especially with Valverde. He does like to do that. Maybe if Messi can't play the game, he'll still appear on the bench, but I wouldn't do that. I would simply there take him out of the firing line and let him recover fully. 100% let him recover there. Next Sunday, we've got our first home league game of the season against Real Betis. Another pretty difficult game there against a good team. Messi will play in that game. Messi will be ready for that game, but right now, let's leave him out. Give him every chance there to be fully fit to start the season. Take no risks. It's not worth it. Not at this stage. Don't start that now. And of course, Ernesto Valverde's team selection is going to be absolutely crucial this season. He's got to get it right. This here was the team that we saw against Napoli, and that was such a wonderful display of football. And in that game, just before it, Valverde did say the players that we see today, we may see against Athletic. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised because the performance was that good that it would be difficult, I feel, to not choose the majority of those players who played. But I just feel here, like certainly we're going to see Ter Stegen in goal. We're going to see Jordi Alba. I think there he's going to go with Longley and Piqué just to start the season with what we saw last season. Play it safe, really, and play Longley next to Piqué. We're going to see Semedo at right back. Roberto is going to play in midfield. Whether or not he's going to start in this game, though, I really don't know. I would love to see Alenia. I would love to see him start. He played so well against Napoli. He's certainly got qualities that we could use in this kind of game away from home against Athletic. Without Messi, Alenia, I feel, could be really, really crucial. I would play him, but I'm not so sure Valverde will. But I think he has to go there with that front three. Griezmann, Suarez, Dembele, play them. Play them there as a trio. There's no Messi. You need firepower. Play each of those. There's no need to go with two of them. There's no need there to play with Suarez and Griezmann and put Dembele on the bench. Play with all of them. Have that threat. Carry that attacking purpose. Start them in this game. Ernesto Valverde. But I think in midfield there, we may see some changes. I think without a shadow of a doubt, without any question at all, Frenkie de Jong has to start this game. If he doesn't play this game, I will be massively, massively disappointed. He ran the show against Napoli. He's been brilliant in pre-season. He should be walking into that midfield. But I just feel here we may see Rakitic or we may see Busquets. Does that mean there that Alenia is going to drop to the bench? Does it mean that Sergio Roberto is going to drop to the bench? Will we have Busquets here sitting, Frenkie de Jong playing there as an interior, and Rakitic as well just alongside him? I think that there is probably more likely. I personally would go with something very similar to what we saw against Napoli, but whatever happens, de Jong has to play in that midfield. Arthur Melo, of course, come back late, only just started, of course, his pre-season preparations. He may take a bit more time to get going. I think there, that team is the most likely scenario for what we're going to see from Valverde in this game, and that there should be enough. We should have enough there, enough firepower, enough quality in midfield. It's a sturdy back four, a good goalkeeper to beat Athletic Club at San Mamés. It won't be easy, but Valverde, straight from the off, has to get this right. And of course, guys, it's the new season. It is time now for some score predictions, and I'm going to go with this one. Athletic Club 0, Barcelona 2. I'm going to go there as long as we play a good team, as long as Valverde makes the right choices. That, of course, is a bit questionable, but we have to see a good performance, and we have to see us here getting the result. A clean sheet would be great. 2 goals in our favour would be very, very good. It's a tough place to go. I would take a 1-0 with a good performance. That's what we have to put emphasis on here, the good performance. We want to see Barcelona playing well first and foremost, and then getting the result, not the other way around. Hopefully here, we can start the season well, have that positive vibe going, have some good displays. Maybe Griezmann could get his first goal early on. That would be a real weight off his shoulders. Of course, he got one against Napoli. That's going to help him here. And of course, Suarez looked very fresh, very fit in pre-season. Let's hope now that continues as we start the new campaign. Leave your predictions below, guys. What do you think the score is going to be? What do you think the lineup is going to be? Who would you play in this game? And especially there, who would you line up with in those midfield positions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And on Friday night, like I say, it is a bit strange, but on Friday night, I'll be back here with a match review, and hopefully we can start the season with a bang. I will see you then, but until next time, As always, Visca El Barça!